Good morning. Welcome to the first summer Sunday school session. Lesson 1 is a seed story. So to open, we'll be singing a blessing, and this is the song Thank You, Lord. We'll be singing it to the tune of Three Blind Mice. So here we go. Thank you, Lord, for seeds of love. Thank you, Lord, for good food to eat. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us with loving families to share this feast. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for seeds of love. Thank you, Lord, for good food to eat. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us with loving families to share this feast. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
What are you doing?
Planting seeds.
Oh, good. What are you using to plant seeds?
Good soil.
You know, planting seeds in good soil reminds me about a parable that Jesus told in Matthew. The parable of the sower is found in Matthew chapter 13. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the lake. Such large crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat in it, while all the people stood on the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places, where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow, but when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. After reading this parable, there's a few questions that you can think about and discuss at home. What do you think the seeds and the bird represent in this story? How do you think that you can grow into healthy Christians? Then, I'd like you to read Matthew chapter 13, verses 18 through 23, and think about, what do you think Jesus wants us to know?
I hope you enjoyed the lesson and learning from the scriptures. To close, we'll be singing the Sower's song. Oh God, I am furrowed like the field, torn open like the dirt, and I know that to be healed, that I must be broken first. I am making for the yield that you will harvest from this herd. Abide in me, let these branches bear your fruit. Abide in me, Lord, as I abide in you. So I kneel at the bright edge of the garden, at the golden edge of dawn, at the glowing edge of spring, when the winter's edge is gone. And I can see the color green, and I can hear the sower's song. Abide in me, let these branches bear your fruit. Abide in me, Lord, let your word take root. Remove in me the branch that bears no fruit, and move in me, Lord, as I abide in you. As the rain and the snow fall down from the sky, and they don't return, but they water the earth and they bring forth life, giving seed to the sower, bread for the hunger. So shall the word of the Lord be with a voice like thunder, and it will not return, it will not return void. We shall be led in peace and go out with joy. As the rain and the snow fall down from the sky, and they don't don't return, but they water the earth and they bring forth life, giving seed to the sower and bread for the hunger. So shall the word of the Lord be with a sound like thunder, and it will not return, it will not return void, it will not return, it will not return void, it will not return, it will not return void. We shall be led in peace and go out with joy. And the sower leads us, and the sower leads us, and the sower leads us.
Thank you for joining us this week. Please join us next week when we talk about Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. Thank you and have a blessed week.